Hi, my name is Lindsay Dixon. I'm an athletic therapist and a contributor to Canadian Running Magazine. Proper flexibility is important for healthy running. The problem is most runners don't know how to test their flexibility. Today I'm going to show you 3 flexibility tests. These tests help to prevent injuries by allowing you to spot potential trouble areas so that you're able to take action before an injury occurs. This is a flexibility test for the hip flexors. So Carrie, I'm just going to have you stand with your back up against the bench, and what I want you to do is raise your right leg, and then you're just going to slowly let yourself fall onto the table. That's it. And then just relax your left leg completely. So the first part of this test is assessing whether you have good hip flexor flexibility. So your thigh should rest parallel with the table or just below, which is what Carrie's is doing. If you have poor hip flexor flexibility, you'll see that the thigh is raised up off the table. The second component of the test is looking at quadriceps flexibility. So what we're looking at here is whether your lower leg is in 90-degree angle with your upper thigh. So it appears Carrie's quadricep is tight because her lower leg is coming off that angle. So the last component of the test is looking at IT band flexibility. So what you want to look at is determine if your leg can make a straight line between your hip and your knee. So with Carrie, her leg comes out to the side just slightly, indicating some IT band tightness, but she's not too bad. If it was really tight, you would see her leg coming way out to the side, and that would indicate poor IT band flexibility. The hip flexor test is important because tight hip flexors contribute to low back pain. Flexibility in the hip flexors is important for pelvic mobility and stability. In addition, tight quadriceps and IT band can alter alignment and contribute to knee pain. So the next flexibility test is for your hamstrings. So what I want you to do is loop your hands behind your thigh, and I want you to slowly straighten your leg and as much as you comfortably can without overstraining. So Carrie, just to be able to relax your shoulders, you can bend your knee just slightly a little bit more, let go of the tension in your shoulders. So for good flexibility, ideally you want your leg to be straight between 80 to 90 degrees. But with all the mileage you've been doing, it's understandable and reasonable that your hamstrings are a little bit tight, but we'll continue to work on that. Hamstring flexibility is important to ensure good hip, knee, and pelvic mechanics. Good hamstring flexibility helps to prevent low back pain. This final test is for trunk flexibility assessment. So Carrie, you're going to have your feet on the ground, knees bent like you have them. Arms are out to the side, just below shoulder height. And what I want you to do is just slowly drop your legs to the left. So slowly drop your legs to the left, and we're going to watch to see when her shoulder comes up off the ground. So it starts to come off about here, and now bringing back to neutral. And then you're going to drop your legs to the right now. And then again, watching when her shoulder starts to raise off the floor. So about there. So on Carrie, it's pretty even, but what you're looking for is when the shoulder, if the shoulder starts to come off early on one side more than the other, that means the trunk flexibility on that side is more restricted. Trunk flexibility is the ability to rotate your upper body in one direction without your lower body immediately following. Decreased trunk flexibility results in excess load on one side of the body. As a result, areas that should be dispersing force end up absorbing force, resulting in overuse injuries such as IT band syndrome, knee pain, or Achilles tendonitis. For injury prevention, as a runner, you want to look to do these tests regularly. If you're finding after a number of tests that you're tight in the same areas, you may want to seek help from a healthcare professional. For Canadian Running Magazine, I'm Lindsay Dixon.